Hi everybody, welcome to my weekly analysis video. Today we're going to be looking at 5 different currency pairs as well as the SP 500, and towards the end I will show you a short trade on the Aussie Japanese yen which I tried to take this morning but missed out on the entry by 3 pips. So first of all we have EURUSD, and this pair now is pushing upwards. It's getting very close to overhead resistance at 1.1450 is this level here. So I will continue to watch to see what happens. If price does get here, this is my ideal situation, and if this is the case, I'm going to be looking for opportunities to enter short. Next we have the British Pound Japanese Yen, and I've actually switched up to the weekly chart. I've noticed that last week's weekly candle actually closed as a bullish indecision candle. I've got support here marked down at 136.50. However, this level is quite old and I'm not 100% confident that support is still here. So my plan for this pair is this. I will be watching on the daily chart and also the weekly chart, looking for a sign to go long, but in order for that to happen I need to be able to see that buyers are able to be in control. So for the rest of the week I'm going to be watching on daily chart. Right now I don't see any opportunities to enter long as yet, and if I don't see a strong push up, a big bullish candle from buyers, this is what I'm looking for. If that does not happen by the end of this week, then I will switch back to the weekly chart and continue to monitor to see how this progresses. It has been quite a strong downtrend in the past couple months or so, so I would expect a change of the trend. Going from a downward trend to an upward trend would take at least a couple of weeks to happen, so this could be a trade that will come up for July. Next is going to be the British Pound USD. And this pair right now is testing 1.2760 resistance once again. It already had one rejection here last time. So we'll be interested to see how it's going to do. Yesterday's candle did close as an indecision candle. However, that could just be due to low trading volume being on a Monday. And so far today, there has been no sign whatsoever that sellers are looking to push price back down. So I will continue to watch and see how today's daily candle closes first, and if that is the case, that I can see sellers in control, then I will continue to formulate my plan in order to find a suitable setup to enter short. Next is the USD Japanese Yen, and this pair has also been trending down very nicely lately. Price actually broke support at 107.80 last week. That happened on Wednesday, and now this level could be acting as resistance if price does come up. So what I'm talking about here is if there is a pullback up to this level, this is the ideal location where I'm going to be looking for opportunities to short. So we'll continue to monitor this to see how it goes. Last currency pair for today is the New Zealand USD. This pair is now very close to resistance at 0.6680, that's this level here. It had already had one rejection from last time, and it could very well happen again. So again, I will be waiting to see how price reacts when it gets there, and if I can see an opportunity to go short, I will do so. Last but not least, let's switch to the stock market and have a look at the SP 500. I think a lot of traders are currently looking at this index because it has made an all-time high last week, and now there's one or two ways that it could happen. It can pull back or it can break out above. So we go to the daily chart. As you can see, this level here held off last time and then price managed to push down, but once again we're retesting it. A lot of people are looking to enter short. I myself, the short case is not very convincing, and let me show you what I mean. So we're going to go down to the 4-hour chart. And let's have a look at what happened to price action last time it reached this level. When this level was tested last time, there was a very strong and clear bounce away. So we had a nice push up here. This is where it happened. It bounced straight off. And then it continued to make lower highs and lower lows on the downtrend. The price action signature that I'm looking for is a move like this, where it just touches the level and immediately get pushed down. Currently, we don't have that pattern. In fact, we have what I would call a consolidation. It's happening right now. Price has spent a lot of time at this level. It pushed above this intraday last week, and buyers are still very much in control. Today, so far, there has been one 4-hour candle that shows a bit of sellers in control, but it is not as strong as the push previously I have shown, which is why I'm a little bit hesitant about going short or looking for opportunities to go short. What I would do though is I'm going to be watching this for two separate scenarios. So firstly, I like to look at the bigger time frame. So we're looking at the weekly and also the daily chart. If nothing happens this week, then I will switch back to the weekly chart to see if an indecision candle has formed, because that would be a much better signal before I plan to enter my short. On the smaller time frame, I am actually looking for a continuation move, and this is the level that I'm looking at. So if there is any pullback that happens to be around 2930's level, this is where I would like to look at a possible long trade. So if it does come that, I'm going to take a speculative long trade looking for a breakout above this. My stop loss would ideally below this. We're looking at 2910, and I would set a relatively big target for a good reward to risk ratio. So I've got two ways to play this. I do have an intraday long trade that I want to take on a very small time frame. Could be down to 1-hour chart if that is the case. If nothing happens, then I will switch back to the higher time frame looking for a possible short on the daily or the weekly. Last but not least, this morning I had an attempted short on the Aussie Japanese yen, put in my order, but unfortunately my order was only 3 pips away. So let me bring up the screenshot that I did. So here we are. So this is on the Aussie Japanese yen 1-hour chart, and what happened was that I saw a pattern, an ascending triangle. Usually with this pattern here, it signals a breakout to the upside, but there was a false breakout. And the reason I know that is I've traded and I've seen a lot of false breakout, and it always comes in a form of a strong push up, but then it whips back down and it goes down quite a lot lower. Usually it breaks the pattern and it takes out a previous swing low as well. So as soon as I saw that, I noticed this could be a potential short. I waited for one more candle, and that was the confirmation that I got. So this was the candle that I waited for. It closed as a bearish candle and it clearly breaks the ascending triangle pattern. So I put up my sell limit order here, looking for a relatively small stop of 10 pips and a target of 30 pips for 3-to-1 reward to risk ratio. Unfortunately, price was within 3 pips of filling my orders, but it never got there, and then sellers pushed down. So let me show you what it looks like now. This is what it's looking right now. I had to cancel my order because price shot down very quickly and it got through halfway through my target, which is the level that I set for myself to say that I've been late to the trade or I've missed out the opportunity to enter this trade. So that's unfortunate, but this is how trading is. Sometimes you're only a few pips away, your analysis is correct, your trading plan is good, but the market just does not let you have the trade. Well, that's it for me for this week. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I will see you next time.